Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings. Whales of the foolish on the underworld note. Denied to live the end of decree, now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Truth unseen, demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Dream. Streams of torment echo loud. Lost in sulfur dust. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Watchers from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Happy Monday. You know what we are here to do. Please like the live, share it, and subscribe. You know what we came to do. What an interesting weekend, right? All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. Izzy, good morning.
AKA Mr. Cross. Don't be rapping.
That boy Tristan, good morning.
And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here.
You all can hear me, correct? You can hear me?
Spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up.
Can you hear Zeus?
And be careful when you flashing. And when you play the
Make
game,
sure you can hear me. Yes, all right.
Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I'm a early in the morning, time to get it.
I just want to make sure you can hear me. OC, greetings.
They saying fools rush in, but I'm coming with a passion.
I'm trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. Yes, oh yes. Alright, make sure everything's warmed up. Did you all have a great weekend? Lake Superior, Kyle, great weekend? Twits Chick, good morning. Y'all all had a great weekend, right? Pamela, oh no, Pamela. I hope you had a great weekend, but you're on the wrong side of history. Coco, good morning. Shamira, hello.
Like a fool, if I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and
Drew,
watch the news.
You think I am that, Drew? You're wrong. Yeah, the Cowboys. Don't worry, the Niners didn't do so good either. We're in the same situation to a certain degree, alright? Good morning, Cash. Good morning, Shay. Good morning, Jessica. Nice to see you. Serve, good morning. Glenn, good morning. Lions did lose. Yeah, good morning, Heaven. Nice to see you all. You are all so lovely. I saw you, Shay. Damn, thank you, Jessica. So lovely. Make sure you follow Jessica, ladies and gentlemen. Jay, good morning. Let's go! Cubans for Kamala. Yes, Kamala is surging in every poll. Good morning.
So why the hell are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in the
right? We got a lot to cover this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. All right, let's go ahead. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and kill the music. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stop and get things started. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm your host. I'm your pilot. All right, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, thank you, Jessica. So amazing. Thank you, ladies. That's what I like to see. Before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. Auntie Dane, thank you for the subscription. The second H is because I'm humble. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am handsome. Though, word around town is there may be a fourth H going around. You got to watch the video to understand what I'm talking about. Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. What we do is very, very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as their crimes. And believe you me, Isn't it safe to say that when it comes to dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds and crimes, that our friends on the right, they seem to have hit the jackpot? It's like every time you turn on the news, someone on the right is breaking the law and committing crimes. And guess who they're following? They're following no one else other than their cult leader, Donald J. Trump. All right? So what I do over here, and not just me, but many of my friends and allies out here, some are Democrats, some are independents, and some are actually real Republicans. All right? We tell the truth. We tell the truth. Why do we tell the truth? Because we understand what's really happening in this country. We have a nasty situation. We have a cult leader and his cult members terrorizing this nation, all right, doing a bunch of evil things, all because they refuse to tell Donald Trump the truth. And his supporters, they need to know the truth. So we all know what happened, all right? This weekend, supposedly, another attempt happened on the former president's life being taken. And I said, okay, here we go again. Here we go again. You know, they're going to come out and start blaming the Democrats. I got a lot of nasty messages. Zeus, this is the Democrats. And then you had the other messages saying, Zeus, this means Trump is guaranteed to be the president. Does anyone think this guarantees Trump to be the president? Put a 1 in the chat if you think this recent attempt guarantees Donald Trump to be the president. Put a 1 if you think that, because I absolutely don't. I said, you know what? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's time for Donald Trump to just go straight to jail. How many of you think Donald Trump should just go straight to jail? Put a 1 in the chat. Why should Donald Trump go to prison? I do. It's the safest thing, right? Yeah, look at that. It's the safest, cheapest thing to do. And many of the Republicans, you know, we're all about balancing the budget. We shouldn't waste another crying dime putting this man where we know he belongs. You mean to tell me this guy's out on 4 different cases, possibly more, and he's endangering the lives of millions of Americans? I mean, he woke up. This is where the first time I was very sympathetic. You all know me. I was very sympathetic when the first attempt happened. I said, listen, there's no place, and I still believe there's no place for violence at all. We can disagree on policy until the cows come home. That's not it. That's not the issue. But what Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Laura Loomer, by the way, Laura Loomer, I heard some nasty things. I watched Bill Maher, Laura Loomer. I hope it's not true what Bill Maher suggested you might be doing with Donald Trump's mushroom. But you got that, and we know what Laura Loomer pushes on her platforms. Racism, hate, xenophobia. They push this stuff every day. What the heck? Why are people looking for me? What did I do wrong? All I've been doing is just talking crazy out here in these streets. That's not a reason to pull up. I said, these people don't get it. These people, they just don't understand that they literally are doing it to themselves. All right. So I don't know what I have to do or say to Trump supporters to help them understand this is self-inflicted. It really is. I mean, you're going to have crazy people. I get that. Extreme people. But the hate Donald Trump and his supporters have been pushing has led to all of this. So I want to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen, with my good friend Glenn Kirshner. All right, Glenn Kirshner, ladies and gentlemen. Before the incident that took place at his golf course, people go, well, Zeus, don't you think it's an inside job? It happened at his golf course. No, everyone knows Donald Trump golfs all the time. That's not a mystery. All you got to do is just hang out there and possibly something to happen. We know he didn't work while he was president. He just golfs all day. So, Secret Service did an outstanding job. But right before all of this happened, I was sitting at home and I was watching this video by Glenn Kirshner, all right? He wrote, and the video was called, While on Pretrial Release and Pending Sentencing, Defendant Trump Endangers Haitian Community. This video I was watching, while I was watching it, he posts the truth on his, a lot. He posts something on his platform. I hate Taylor Swift. Can you believe he actually said he hates Taylor Swift? He said this.
Donald Trump is, again, endangering the lives of folks right here in America, telling reckless lies. How many lives must Donald Trump be permitted to endanger?
Right.
I mean, when is enough enough? Let's talk about that, because justice matters.
Now, make sure you go watch this. I know some of you probably already watched this, but tell me if he is spot on about why Donald Trump needs to be locked up.
So, friends, Donald Trump, a criminal defendant on pretrial release in multiple cases, and a defendant on release pending sentencing in yet another criminal case, is allowed by the courts, by the prosecutors, by all institutions of government. He's allowed to endanger the lives of entire populations by telling disgusting and despicable lies about those populations.
Sick.
Why is he allowed to do it? Why? Don't those people deserve better?
Yes, they do.
You know, the law provides that a defendant who is on pretrial release in a criminal case, if he poses a danger to society or even one person in society, he should be revoked on release and detained pending trial.
Thank you. Lock this guy up.
Let's start with the new reporting.
Thank you. So I'm in favor, because isn't it safe to say Donald Trump poses a danger to the community, to this entire country? Any Trump supporters out there disagree with my good friend Glenn Kirshner? He's a former federal prosecutor, by the way, so he knows what he's talking about. He needs to be jailed. This is some sick stuff. Sick stuff.
This from the New York Times. Headline: Bomb threats and the FBI.
Wow.
Springfield disrupted by Trump's false migrants claims.
Wow.
And that article begins: the dogs and cats of Springfield, Ohio appear to be perfectly safe.
Wow.
But many of its people are finding their lives upended this week by political rumor mongering that has resulted in multiple bomb threats, school closures, and a decision to dispatch the FBI.
Do y'all understand, Trump supporters? Do you understand that his lies are endangering human lives, children? Any Trump supporters out there still believe Donald Trump should be president? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump should still be the president. The children that you claim you're trying to save by overturning Roe versus Wade, they're here, they're living, they're on earth in Springfield, and Donald Trump's lies are now placing their lives in danger. And you're not even standing up for those kids. Good morning, G-Man. Good morning. I don't like to use the word hate at all, but I'm really getting in that. I just don't understand how people like you can support Donald Trump knowing this man is harming children. Am I missing something, MAGA? Seriously. Are we missing something? How do you say you're for protecting lives, and then you got the guy, Donald Trump, lying his behind off, endangering the lives of millions of children, and you say we need more of that? Why? Don't ask me how he's harming the country after I just played it. See, this is the problem. Y'all want to sit up here and pretend like y'all can't hear. Y'all want to sit up here and pretend like y'all can't see anything Donald Trump does. But I guarantee you, if I brought you up in the box and told me how much do you hate President Biden, oh, the faucet would just run full. You have a lot of information about why you don't like this woman right here or Joe Biden, but you can't explain anything about why Donald Trump is allowed to terrorize children. Y'all don't. Jessica, I can't even bring you up, Jessica, because you know what? You don't even have the ability to go live. Moderators, please put Jessica in a straitjacket so that she can let me minister to her soul. I'll minister to any Trump supporter soul, but you got to be willing to listen. Y'all have been led astray. Listen to my good friend Glenn Kirshner. Donald Trump needs to be sentenced. He needs to be put in prison pending trial because he's a danger to himself and he's a danger to the community. Playtime's over. This is and that's what we call good old-fashioned American justice. They've done it to people of color all the time. And we want things to be fair in this country, right? Lock him up. Lock him up. I guarantee you this, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even making this up. If he gets put in a prison cell for a few weeks, maybe even a month or so, this country will come together like it's never came together. People will start to understand there's consequences for being a bad person out here. I know it. Why doesn't he?
Let me reframe that slightly, friends. Donald Trump's reckless lies resulted in multiple bomb threats, school closures, and a decision to dispatch the FBI.
Wow.
Ever since former President Donald Trump claimed on national television that undocumented migrants were stealing and devouring the household pets of Springfield, quote, "They're eating the dogs," he practically shouted. "They're eating the cats." The rhythms and routines in the city have not been the same. Never mind that city authorities have refuted the story and that many residents call it ridiculous. The furor created by Mr. Trump during Tuesday night's presidential debate has put Springfield in the crosshairs of the nation's political wars. For the past 2 days, bomb threats have proliferated, closing City Hall, schools, and a motor vehicle's office. FBI agents have descended on the community to guard against danger, not to animals, but to humans.
Do you Trump supporters understand? Someone's writing BS. Where's the lie in all of that? Where's the lie in all of that? The Ohio AG said it is happening. Yeah. Like I've been asking. Good morning, Rick. Are there any real honest Trump supporters out there that are ready to get out of the cult this morning? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get out of the cult this morning. Because this is Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they want to do 4 more years of. Terrorizing people of color, lying just to do what? Get ratings? Is it worth it, MAGA? I mean, any of y'all went to church this Sunday? Any Trump supporters went to church this Sunday? What did your pastor say? What did the pastor say when you went to church today? Y'all ain't... Yeah, Amanda said you're in Ohio and the lady came out and said she lied. What does it say? Oh, the pastor said, I don't think they go to church. I'm trying to talk to them. I'd like to have an honest conversation with a Trump supporter to see if they could get out of this cult situation they're in. Let's see. I've talked to this guy several times.
It took you a minute, Zeus. You know who that guy is.
I don't really... What is it you want today? Every day you come here and you don't learn.
I mean, because I come here for a conversation, though, Zeus. I don't come here to be converted. I mean, I don't want to attend conversion camp. I mean, I want to be ministered to. I don't consider this church. I don't think that you're parsing Zeus. But anytime that I try to have a conversation, you just overtalk me with more left-leaning talking points and more stories than the news.
You ain't ready. You're not ready then. That's
Exactly.
what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is, Texas.
Let me ask you something. Did the Steele dossier end up being fake?
I don't
Yes.
even want to talk about
I
that.
know you don't. So the news, the news will put fake stories out all day long.
Texas.
Zeus,
Texas.
what's up, man?
JD Vance just admitted on national television that him and Trump are putting out fake news stories.
Oh, so they're just doing what the media does. It's okay, man. They're
Okay,
just,
then you don't
if
have
the
any
if the
issue. Do you want
if
to? Do you
if the
want
media
to?
does it, if the media does it, they're raising awareness. If a Republican does it, then they're liars and thieves and cheaters.
It's unacceptable to lie. All right. And what I want to say to you, Texas, because I know you're not listening, but I'm talking to the people that think like you that might be listening. What you got to understand is Donald Trump has been spewing hatred. He's losing in the polls. And when Donald Trump is losing, his worst qualities come out. And then we get this racism and we get this hatred. Why the heck did he wake up and say he hates Taylor Swift?
I don't know. He probably does.
And then you know what that does, right? It puts a target on her back.
She ain't got no target on her back
Okay,
no more.
okay.
So does that mean that your rhetoric against Donald Trump caused his second attempt yesterday? Because rhetoric puts people in danger? Is that
Texas,
what you're saying?
Texas.
My rhetoric puts Taylor Swift in danger.
Are you running to be president?
That your rhetoric puts Donald Trump in danger?
Are you running to be president of the United States, Texas? This is not that difficult.
Nope.
This is not that difficult. Do you have a huge following like Donald Trump?
Sure don't.
Okay, so your rhetoric probably isn't going to do it. You're not running a campaign like he is. You're not uniting a bunch of white supremacists the way that, I mean, maybe you are where you're at a local level, but it's not significant enough to cause a disruption like what he's doing. What he has done, did you hear what Glenn Kirshner just read to you? Schools have to be closed. Children are at these schools are getting bomb threats because of his lies. And you're going to sit up here on TikTok after I suppose you went to church on a Sunday and act like this is not happening. The problem is you, Texas. The only thing you could control is yourself. And you still have failed to control yourself when it comes to Donald Trump and his lies. You and I really can't have an honest conversation.
I know, because you're not willing to.
No, because you're not willing to change. I've talked to you. I've talked to you several times. I'm willing to let you disagree with me on policies. Like, that's fine. Maybe you don't like their approach to solving what's happening at the border. But at a certain point, you have to say enough is enough. When will it does it have to happen to someone you love before you say, you know what? This is too much for even me. I don't know what that point is. I don't know what your breaking point is, Texas. But all I know is it's it's disturbing and it's disgusting. People can say whatever they want to say and say Zeus is pushing hate and all that other stuff. I don't really think you believe that, because I don't think you would come to a platform that was all about pushing hate. I don't think you would. And it isn't just me. Other people get in the box that maybe they don't think 100% like me, but they get up here and they report out the same information or different information that is really based on fact.
Did you just say your platform was about pushing hate?
Clearly, you're not listening, Texas. What I'm going to do, Texas, is I'm gonna move on, all right? Because I'm looking for somebody ready to get out of the cult this morning.
No one's coming to your conversion camp, Zeus.
Well, guess what then? Guess what I got for you? There's a lake of fire right over here. You think I turned it off today?
You can't send me to no lake of fire.
Oh, that's easy to do.
The devil wears Prada. And look what you got on
guess
your
what?
face.
Well, guess what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Texas doesn't think I could send him to the lake of fire. Maybe he forgot who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. The lake of fire at Texas, thank you for helping me warm it up. It's just been warmed up. Let's turn up the temperature. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Because East Texas refuses to take accountability for his own actions. And as far as I'm concerned, he's contributing to this violence, this political violence Donald Trump is spewing with his lies and misinformation. East Texas, You got to get out of the cult. You might be a great person, but when you're possessed with that MAGA demon, you're not so great. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving him a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Where the heck did my comment section go? I can't even see my comments. Hold on a second. Hold on. Back. All right. The comment section. You're lying, JD. Wait a second. Richard. Come on up here, Richard. Richard, come on up here. Come on up here, Richard. Richard, come up here, because you're not going to say that I lied, and then I ask you to come up here, and then you don't produce any evidence that I lied. And look at that, Richard. People in the audience are already telling you that J.D. Vance did. So listen up, Richard. I don't need you to get in the box to send you into the lake of fire. I can do it with you being in the comment section. Moderators, please put Richard in a straitjacket so I can continue to minister to his soul as well. But in the meantime and in between time, Richard, I got to throw you into the lake of fire as well. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Richard a round of boos and shame because he lied in my box and said J.D. Vance didn't say that he is making up stories, even though we all saw it yesterday on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of boos and shame. Hi, Richard.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All righty then, let's go. All right, who this morning? David. Who is this? David Rye. Greetings.
Hey,
Hi. What brings you to the show? You're a Trump supporter?
I don't know. I guess I follow you, and there was a message up. So
Are you a Trump supporter though?
Good God, no, no.
Oh.
I'm a blue dog Democrat. Do you have to be a Trump supporter to tune in to get converted?
It depends. It depends. You know, because a lot of times if I talk to people who are on the same side, the conversation tends to just kind of be, not so interesting.
Yeah. No. No. I'm a volunteer for Democrats for democracy. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you got to say this morning?
Well, I don't understand, like you, why someone would even consider voting for Trump if they've, one, have any clue about the 2025 plan, and two, if they just want a lying felon in the White House. That's I don't
Well,
understand. I don't get it.
I I believe what's really going on is, like I've been saying, it's just they're in a cult.
Oh
And
yes,
everything you've described, their position is they need to defend Donald Trump from all of that because honestly, it hurts them and hurts their brains to actually think of him in that way. That's what it is. That's what it is, brother.
pretty sad.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to move it on, all right? But I
All right,
appreciate
yeah. Keep it up.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend David. No lies detected. Put a 1 in the chat if you are still supporting Donald Trump, even though you know he belongs in prison.
The unexpected and unwanted attention generated by Mr. Trump's false stories led to real-life confusion and anxiety for some residents. Schools have been evacuated, children sheltered at home, and parents forced to make other plans during the workday.
Sad.
Jethro Jean, a Haitian pastor, said he had been fielding questions from congregants who were concerned about attending church on Sunday. Quote, "Our town was pinpointed in the debate," said.
Hey, Marcy, I can't bring you up, all right, because you don't have the ability to go live. So what I'll do is ask my moderators to put you in a straitjacket, all right, moderators? She can't go live and defend that, so she's a Russian bot.
Sydney Mills, 41, who kept her 3 children out of school on Friday after the latest round of bomb threats. Quote, after that, people are just showing their true colors and exhibiting hate.
Sad.
Jude Earlywine,
Thank you, Karma, for the subscription.
14 years old, was in English class at Springfield High School on Friday morning when he heard that hundreds of young children were filing into the gymnasium after bomb threats had forced the evacuation of their elementary schools. Quote,
all right, Goats R Us.
Everyone was talking about it, and many people got scared because they thought that thousands of students could be killed if someone really wanted to bomb us.
Wow.
He said, noting that his high school alone, the only one in the city, enrolls more than 1,500 students. Defendant Trump's fixation on Springfield drew an angry rebuke on Friday from President Biden, who denounced his predecessor for trafficking in false rumors that have...
Good morning.
So
I can't hear you.
I love you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear
I'm
you,
sorry.
Leslie.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Now
Okay,
I can,
I
yes.
have a cheap phone. I am
okay.
so excited. I just love you. I like your commentary. I just
thank
heard
you.
where West Texas, I think in West Texas, someone reported that the judge was trying to keep from allowing mail-in votes for students in college, but that the community turned out and showed out. And so now a lot of students are going to be able to mail in their votes.
Wow, good. See, they're already trying to stop this. They're trying to steal votes.
Yeah, the community was stepping up. They were not playing.
Good.
And another thing, I just want to thank Trump for alienating would-be supporters, because what all he's doing is playing to people he already has. If something was to happen and he couldn't run, they would still put him in the White House. Even if he went to jail.
You think so?
But I'm being fictitious, but my thing is that when you're trying to elicit voters, you're playing to a crowd that you already have. You know what I'm saying? You already got them. You can't lose them. But instead, you're losing other would-be supporters. And I want to thank him for that.
Yeah, thank you, Trump. Do you think
Yeah,
Trump
you
should be
know,
put in prison right now, though? Do you think he needs to be put in jail right now?
I feel like if you do the crime, you should do the time.
That's
and
what I mean.
I'm not judging how much time or whatever. But if you were convicted, but here's the thing: he always wants to talk about, she wants to defund the police, and I'm all about that. You're all about law and order till Law and Order, the gavel came down on you.
Bingo, bingo, bingo.
So I'm like, you can't pick and choose, the Law and Order.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hand-picked judges, or dismiss judges, like when the votes. No, I lost the election. I mean, I didn't lose the election, but the election was rigged. But all of those judges were Trump judges.
See what I'm saying?
And you still don't like them.
See what I'm saying?
Another thing that I that just blows me away.
Thank you.
Is the number of people that he handpicked for his cabinet. He said it out of his mouth. I'm only handpicking the best. Everybody that he handpicked in his top part of his cabinet have denounced him. They didn't just say we're not going to vote for him. They denounced him as saying he's a threat, he's this, that, and the other. So if you don't want to listen to the Democrats, listen to your own people he handpicked.
Bingo.
Bingo. Valuable.
All right,
So
Leslie, now I got to move it on, all right? But thank you so much.
Keep it moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Leslie. No lies detected. Give her a follow. Give her a quick follow. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, I mean, as you can see, when we listen to everyday Americans, ladies and gentlemen, it's crystal clear. We all agree Donald Trump shouldn't be president.
Demonized
Jail.
Haitian migrants and inflamed the presidential campaign.
I want to get this out. All right, man.
Defendant Trump refused to back down on Friday and vowed to conduct a mass deportation from Springfield if he is elected, saying that Haitian immigrants there were destroying their way of life. And then, friends, there's this new headline
Here we go.
from Salon. Haitian American Congresswoman says community is receiving death threats over Trump's
Wow.
lies.
Wow.
I'm Justine.
And I'm Adrian.
The
And we're
community
husbands.
continues to be targeted because of Donald Trump's lies.
You know, friends, in just one
Adele, thank you for
of
the
his criminal
subscription.
cases in which he's on pretrial release, he's being prosecuted for telling his supporters lies about stolen votes and rigged elections.
There you go.
He inspired his supporters to violence, and violence ensued. And while he's on pretrial release in that criminal case, he is telling new lies about entire populations, Haitian immigrants, including Haitian Americans, inspiring his supporters to violence, and violence ensues. Bomb threats, school closings, anxiety, fear, desperation. And he's allowed to do it. He's allowed to do it with no repercussions. Why must we sacrifice?
Number one, I got to restart the live, ladies and gentlemen, because we got flagged, all right? I'll do it in about 5 seconds, and then I will be right back, because we're not done. 3, 2, 1, we are out of here.